March 23, 2023, session 1167. Lani opening the Omega Communications portal for this session today as you continue expanding and clearing your energy field. As you become more immersed in the oneness of creation and knowing your true presence. Come with me now again as we breathe naturally in, and when we focus on that first breath in, we shift our attention away from the everyday environment and we go within to access the inner self, consciousness state and presence, and shifting that awareness into the gathering in the receiving area of the station of light. This is presented to you in many different ways to simplify the process and, as always, to bring your focus and attention into this receiving state. So this is how we begin today. Welcome. I am known and come to you as Aurum from this collective consciousness, which you are of, and which you are. Yet as you continue to exist in the dimension where you mostly focus, you need to connect always in a conscious fashion to the point of origin, which is of the collective consciousness. It is that simple for you. However, we do see the engagement of your thought field and perhaps introduction to you of many different systems which are all enclosed in the consciousness layers closely around Earth, which is why you're drawn to them, because you understand them. You can analyze them, perhaps you can touch them, perhaps you can meet physical people. It is all a gathering into that field. So then you must question, is this a layer of implemented collective thought patterns, or is it part of your original point of existence? Because you are here in this state with us, we draw your attention to this concept that has been delivered around you, and in many ways it is a form of distraction and keeping you involved in a continuous pattern, balancing, going back and forth between, simply put, light and dark. And there are many levels involved in all of that. So beyond that, around that, there is simply the one pattern or one existence that is consciousness in an unfolding and expanding way. Earth, therefore, is part of this expanding and unfolding creative consciousness. And there is always the element and presence of the overlighting rays of light, the streams of the pureness which come forward. Now these promote many instances, and you will have been experiencing these, flashes of inspiration, flashes of insightful, lightful, extraordinary perceptions and knowingness. These will become more frequent as the process of your correct attunement to the correct placement and origin of you is always connected into, and you are present within that. It is creating clearance in that distortion and distraction layers of existence. You begin to see this much more clearly as you continue your own personal reconnection to your original point of existence, the point of your present existence as you are in your fully connected capacity. This is where we recognize you more strongly, and where there are greater levels of connection from beyond the earth plane magnetism of conformity that is forced upon you, and this greater level of communication and connection becomes easily accessible to you and reinforced. The patterns in that cosmic matrix of communication are always present. You are just realizing this. You are stepping beyond all of the contortions that are currently coming to the surface for many of you. Remember, you know the way to fully reconnect, and this continues to dissolve the intrusions or the interferences that have impacted upon you during your journeys through conscious experiences. Now that this is part of you, we continue the expression of you and the importance of you being consciously present as you are in a body form. There is a great shifting occurring through your precise alignment and connection. Already, many of you are feeling the shift within you as your consciousness field aligns to the original point and pattern. And so you might say the point of your present existence is to remove all of the interfering levels within all of the constitutional aspects that have been accumulated over generations to this present timeline. You are aware the timeline has shifted, and as part of that shifting, there was the revealing of the distortion patterns. So we are speaking about the timeline correctional shift. Indeed, this has happened, but there are many external and outlying aspects in that energetic field relative to the timeline shift. Many experiences and people and events are shifting. You are aware of this in the physical elements around you. So we are telling you here, as you experience this shift in this consciousness level of your energetic presence here, it is having a greater impact on you as an individual being, simply because your physical elements that you recognize as a physical body, although we continue to tell you it is an energy form, much of that is also adjusting to the frequency patterns that are to do with the consciousness field shift. It is an infusion of the energy flows known as the cosmic plasmic field. And this is a field that, while it has always been present, it has been ignored or has not been identified as such until you as an individual come to the realization that you feel this cosmic plasmic energy field around you and throughout you. Use it in the areas that you might be aware of within your energy field or the construction of the form that may need improvement. This is why it is being brought to you, because when the energetic body form is responding harmonically to the field that is consciousness, there is a natural bringing back into order of the processes. You will be feeling this during this presentation, feeling the presence, the current existence within this energetic field. This will be filling you with that sense of excitement and joy, fulfilling what you knew you had come into placement within the planetoid to experience and to participate with this shift through your presence, your conscious presence. You might say that everything beyond that does not conform to this cosmic field is a drama being enacted. It is a distraction process. When you come to be presented with or to come into a vibrational field that you recognize as being part of the oneness, it confirms to you the rightness of the conscious existence. Make this your thought pattern. You are already involved in the corrected pattern. And so it is your intention to make it so and to allow it to be freely flowing through you. You are energetically placed within the element of the connected consciousness field of that energy communication universal matrix. And thus it is. In these few moments of your experience with this, you will have experienced the shift. you will be experiencing the ongoing effect of it around you and through you. Again, part of this will be the dissolving of the elements or aspects that had been within your energy pattern that is no longer aligned with the correctness. Be aware of this. Be aware of the clearing out of that pattern. This allows you to have the sense that you are moving forward. We observe it as an orientation shift and alignment. This is happening now for you, and I withdraw now, Aurum out. I am Yulia with you again, and I am surrounding you in the energy field of my joy. Yes, there is joy expressed here within this field of consciousness because it is part of consciousness. It is a state of energy pattern. And when we describe it to you in a word that you are familiar with, it makes it easier for you to realize it. So my intention of coming forward to you now is to confirm this to you as you naturally are absorbing what you have experienced here in this presentation and immersion into that cosmic field referred to. So draw this around you and bring it all back into your present existence. Thank you. Yulia out. Lani again. Thank you, Yulia and Aurum, and that connected cosmic field. So many of the beings were present with us. Now, it's up to each one of us to maintain this pure connection. To me, it feels as if it moves a pattern deeply within layers of civilization or existences. You know, it's more than just the archaeologists digging into the earth and revealing different structures. We're moving through all of the thought patterns and maybe constraints and complications of different civilizations. Through to an original sense that I have that it may have been an original imprint for this beautiful world that we are existing on, and within the consciousness of it. So there is this great alignment that we've come into, that alignment pattern, shifted into it. Enjoy all of this. And now it's time to end this session through the Omega Communications portal as you bring your full awareness back into your energy body form and continue in a new way in your practices of living. Thank you. Do connect back into the present time as it's measured, so that you completely ground this beautiful state of consciousness.